looked at grip-based methods to get into the triangle trap. The one arm in, one arm out scenario, 2-on-1s, various types of 2-on-1s, underhooks, overhooks. Another method of getting into the one arm in, one arm out scenario is Kuzushi off balancing someone. If I can make them post on the mat, they can enter into the triangle trap and have a good chance of getting into a triangle position. Just as a general rule, if Carl is in my seated guard position, I will be looking for triangles, upper body submissions, omoplatas and stuff. If Carl is standing inside my seated guard, it would be a lot harder for me to get into triangles now. But if you've noticed, my legs are inside Carl's legs, which means the game will probably be moving into attacking his legs, whether it's single leg X guard, your leg entanglements. Not all the time, but most of the time, so you should be thinking about that. So if someone's standing inside your seated guard, just don't be thinking triangle all the time. But for the sake of the drill, Carl is going to be on his knees. There's a million ways of off balancing your partner on the knees, but without a doubt the king is pushing on his knee with your foot. That will get the reaction of him posting his hand on the mat. The worst thing you can do is kicking on his knee, especially when his head is in line with his hips. I need his Carl's head in line with his knees before I can start pushing on him. So if he's sitting back like this and you're booting on his knee, bad jiu-jitsu, and you're going to make your partner angry. So think about whatever kind of working grip you're going to make. As I butt scoop in, I want to be thinking about getting Carl's head in line with his knees first. That can be just a slight pull on the head, just a slight pull on his triceps. But the reaction that I want is my foot is going to go on his knee, and I'm physically going to be pushing on his knee and pulling on his arm. If Carl doesn't make a reaction, he's headbutting the mat. That makes sense. And I'm taking it. That makes sense? So, good players, when you get into that position, whether it's from a collar tie, whether it's from some sort of, I can butt scoop in, you can do this very unassuming by kind of butt scooping in and just doing a slight movement to the arm. Okay, now Carl's head's in line with his knee. So if I just do a slight push, and I also pull on that arm, I want that reaction there. That makes sense. So, two variations of this. In this variation, I've got control of Carl's right arm, so that's the one that's going to be in the triangle, and this is the one I favour. I'm going to make a single necktie with my right hand. My left foot's going on the hip, and now I have an unweighted leg, and we're straight into the triangle trap. Yeah. So again, make the posture control, scooping grip, and get my right knee below his left ear. Trying to get my lower back off the mat. So from there, when I lock the triangle, I want the junction at the back of his head, not at the shoulder. Not that that's wrong, that means my lower back is on the mat, and a better triangle is getting my back off the mat. Yeah. So from our seated guard position, I can just kind of come in with bicep control. I want inside control on the arm, and I want inside the triangle trap. So if I went in, like Carl's arms on the outside, if I went outside, that would be kind of a weaker grip because he can pummel inside easy. So I would definitely want the arm that I want inside the triangle on the inside, the tricep grip. That makes sense? Now from there, I'm just doing a slight pull. I get Carl's head in line with his knee. And now it's a push, not a kick. As I push on his knee, I'm also pulling with that arm, forcing Carl to post with that hand, if that makes sense. Hand grabs the single necktie, foot goes in the hip. Carl tries to bring that elbow back to the body, it's not happening, because I've got that control. And now my foot comes over the arm that he posted with. You make the triangle trap, and again before. Posture control, scooping grip, trying to get my lower back off the mat, unified legs. More triangle. side, get inside control, and the arm by one inside the triangle. Like, it doesn't matter if John's outside control or inside on this hand, doesn't matter, I'm here. This is the one I'm going to get in the post with. So I'll kind of pull him forward a little bit, the push, and the pull to get him to post. That hand grabs the single necktie, foot's coming on the hip, and now I have an unweighted leg. I can move straight into the triangle trap, and again, finish my triangle. The other way down her talk, I'm not a big fan of this, but I'll show it anyway. Same setup again, so here. I can make sure I'm post with that hand. Now this time, I'm going to look to control this one. So if that's the case, I'll switch and make a single necktie with this hand. I'm going to underhook on this hand that I posted, and my right foot goes on this time. So now when I have an unweighted leg, I can move into the triangle on the other side. So again from there, single necktie, scooping grip. Try it again. On that. I just think it's an extra step. Sometimes when you're controlling this arm, it's there, whereby I'm going to have to make him post with that and then control it. But, you know, good variation to have in your game. So, possibly from this position, I can make the single necktie with this hand here. Okay. Pull card forward, push, and make him post with that hand. That makes sense. Then I underhook, my foot comes on the hip, and now I have an unweighted leg. Okay. Now I single necktie, triangle. So we're playing the game, maybe Charles just leaning back constantly. So I can move in and make that necktie and really force to get his head in line with his legs. And then just work on kicking out that knee. Okay? Underhook, foot goes to the hip, and now from this position, my unweighted leg is the opposite leg this time. I'm pulling straight into the triangle trap. And from there, the triangle. Just one more on probably the one I think you should roll. I think it's the easiest. Just sort of inside control. I want his right arm inside the triangle. So as I foot scoop in, I'm going to take a tricep grip, and my arm will be on the inside. This one's on the inside too, but I didn't. Not his inside because it was fine on the outside. And then that slight pull to get his head in front of his line with his knees. The push and the pull to get him to post. From there, I switch to the single necktie, foot's on the hip, unweighted leg, triangle trap. Bit of that, guys.